Ivan, welcome here. This is Future Talk, CeBIT 2014, and we're looking forward to your presentation.
Thank you very much. Well, there's nothing wrong with the presentation. You are not in the wrong place. This is just to picture how this is indeed about multimedia in future. Let's say this is how they 40 years ago, some 40 years ago, they pictured how multimedia, let's say in data and in audio and video transmission would be, right? So this is what they thought it would be, not that we would be wearing pajamas in broad daylight or anything, but the important thing is the figure that is in the middle. It's the holographic figure, okay? So this is how they picture this multimedia messaging would be in a galaxy far, far away, long time ago, and I always wanted to say that. So as you know, multimedia services are something that are very mainstream nowadays, and they've become a main part of our lives, right? There are many services that we have all been using, like live video streaming, like for football matches or anything, video on demand with YouTube and so on, messaging for messaging like Skype, FaceTime or whatever. But nowadays there are many new technologies that are changing these scenarios that we are facing. So they're developing new networks are being developed with more bandwidth, with 4G, 5G, for instance, if you have heard about them already, for sure. New devices with more capacity. Your next mobile phone will have, I don't know, double the power that you have, the one that you have right now. And there are also new, very cool interfaces that they also have. They also play a very big role in the new multimedia applications, right? So for instance, we have, you have these Google Oculus things, that wearable technologies. You also have from Mid Labs, you have this interface, like kind of, it's not a touch screen or anything, it's something that you wear, and it's a gestual interface. This is from Mid Labs. And you also have the virtual reality immersion experience from Oculus Rift, right? But the question is that, okay, we have all these new technologies, we have all these new things, but what will happen? I mean, will these new technologies change the way we see things, the way we use media or multimedia communications and multimedia applications? Will there be a disruptive change, or will it be a regular ascent in this development of multimedia applications? Will there be a game changer? What are the new killer apps that will be created? What new killer services or whatever? Well, let me tell you that we have absolutely no idea. We don't know what the next killer application will be. We don't know if these technologies will take us one step further. Which one of them will be the ones that will prevail? I don't know. It's like beta and VHS, long years. It's a very long time ago. So we have no idea, but we know something. So we know that there is a current trend that is moving people from developing services to privative services, let's say, to APIs. Okay, we see a trend of people changing to the way they create their new application by focusing on APIs. Why is this, and why we see this trend? Because we have these general purpose multimedia services, right? You have YouTube, you have Skype, you have Hangouts, Netflix, FaceTime, whatever, you name it. But these are proprietary services. So, okay, let's say you use the YouTube API. Okay, you upload a video to YouTube, then okay, it's gone. I mean, it's there. It's in YouTube. You can check it again. You can send it to someone, send a link, whatever, but you can do nothing with that. So what happens with other specific purpose multimedia services? Let's say, for instance, let's put an example. Let's do it with Skype. Let's say that you are a doctor and you want to do a remote consultation on a patient. So, okay, you can do that with a Skype. But let's say you want to record the conversation that you have with the patient. You can do that. Let's say that you want to add some sensor analysis to your video conversation with your patient. You cannot do that with Skype right now. So for those specific purposes, multimedia like logistics, like emergencies, video surveillance, e-learning, defense, business, you would have to create your own new application starting from zero. And that's quite costly. So this is where FIWARE comes in. As he said, I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself before. My name is Iván Gracia. I'm part of the stream-oriented generic enabler. And this is the focus of this generic enabler is to it's an implementation of the OpenAPI specification for multimedia applications. So this is the main focus of this enabler. This creating an API that is open, that will let you that will let developers build the new applications, the new killer applications for of the future. They will focus in the new applications, not in the all that's in the background. So what do we expect from multimedia APIs applications in APIs in FIWARE? What are the new capabilities? We want to interact. We want more interaction with video streams. We want augmented reality. We want, let's say, multi-conference, real-time communications, and so on. So this is the main focus of this API, to allow developers to have all this in the current video streams, video and audio streams, computer vision, and so on, without going through all the fussle to create those streams. Because what's the problem with multimedia in general? The problem with multimedia is complexity. Multimedia, if you start from zero, if you start from scratch, then you will have a hell of a time. So, because you will have to build your infrastructure, you will have to learn all the, all the tiny bitty details that you will need to go through. So, for instance, what are problems that you can expect with multimedia transmission? One of them, for instance, is complexity in networks. That's a place where WebRTC comes into play, for instance, new technology being pushed by Google, which tries to overcome the problem of NAT, address translations, and so on, which is quite a hell if you ever gone through this pain in multimedia. What else? It's the transcoding, decoding, encoding, and so on. So what should be the goal of our APIs and of all this background infrastructure that we want to create? The goal of this, our goal should be to leverage, to take this weight out of the shoulders of developers and let them focus on what's important for them, which is the new applications and their users, giving value to their users. So this is where FIWARE's answer comes into play. Kurento is the implementation of the generic enabler for FIWARE, right? Kurento is an Esperanto word meaning stream or current. Here we made a small play with this. As meaning a stream, here we mean video stream and so on. So it's this Esperanto word because it's open. The relation is because it's the openness of the Esperanto language. So right now with Kurento or with the generic enabler, sorry, you can start building using these APIs from the open specification in order to build these applications in an easier way. Why do we say that you can do that? That it's easier to create these new applications easily? Because Kurento is a block-based framework, so it's like Lego pieces that you fit together. As you want, as it's more convenient for you, right? It's modular, so it's like a toolbox. You have these tools in there, you use them, you plug them together, and then there you go. So the good thing is that they are already there. So it's really easy for you to plug them and to see what it happens. And it's zero time. The setup time is 0 time. So these are some of the pieces that you can put there together. You have, as we said before, what the app should provide you. You have computer vision with barcode readers and face detectors, pointer trackers. We will show a demo of some of these later. You can work with protocols, augmented reality, a media repository. You can store the media that you're playing even after going through any of these filters. You can store this media anywhere you want. Well, anywhere you want. You can either put it in. We have CDNs, and you can store it in your hard drive, where the server might be running, and so on. We have group communications. We will show a small demo at the end about a group communication. It's a mixer, so it mixes the video feeds from different clients, and then you just get one video feed out that you will get back with all the other video feeds that it has received. IPTV, and also important multi-sensor implementations to use, for instance, in the example that we said before, the Skype doctor that wants to add these sensors to the consultation. So with all these blocks, just building your applications just becomes child's play. So you just, as we said, you just pick them and just connect them. And this is what we did. We were in Campus Party, Brazil in 2014. So 1 month ago, more or less. And we set up one demo there. So this is the setup that we had. There is, if you can see here, well, that's my boss over there. You can see. Then you have we had one TV there, one TV set with one webcam. The little ball that the guy is holding, that's the pointer. So we are using one of the parts that the generic enabler offers to track the movement on the screen, right? So this is like a mouse. Let's say this is like a gestual interface. Okay. So in the screen, what you would see is the image going through all those filters. We will see them in a second. But this is more or less, this would be the physical. This on the right would be the, let's say, the conceptual physical setup, architectural setup that you would have. It's just a TV, a webcam. You have the web server where this is running, and then you can upload them to YouTube. So if you check the Kurento channel from FIWARE, I mean from Campus Party Brazil, then you will see all these videos that they created. One of the things that's important about the generic enabler is that it's an end-to-end framework. So what does that mean? That you get everything. That you get one server, so it's not proprietary anymore. I mean, let's say it's proprietary by the means that it's not somewhere that is out of your control where these videos are stored or anything. So you have the media server that you control. You can put it in a machine you like, which has much use as you like. And then you have the APIs for the client. So it's end-to-end. It's the whole thing. Here is what the media pipeline would look like, right? We would have the HTML5 tag stands for the webcam, because we're using a WebRTC endpoint. These pieces are called endpoints, or either endpoints or filters. Okay, so there was this webcam was sending the video feed through WebRTC. It then passed through the mirror filter to mirror the image. So the guy, I don't know, it would look a bit awkward and the ball is moving the other way around. So then we have the pointer detector filter, which is what made the computer know where the ball was. I mean, let's say where the pointer was. So the pointer was moving through on the TV, right? Then it goes through a chroma filter. Chroma filters are what the average weather channel guy uses. So in the back, and then there's this map and so on. So we use it to overlay an image depending on what the guy was doing, we would overlay an image behind him. We will put an image behind him. And then this is the face overlay filter, which it's a face recognition filter that puts an image over the face. And then we send that video feedback to the TV. And this was all in a web page. And you could also put it in YouTube. So we have prepared a small video of what this looked like in the end, or more that what the guy at the other side of the TV was seeing, right? So this is the start. They would choose. This is a play demo, okay? So reactions were quite funny sometimes. Yeah, you can see we like Star Wars. So as you see, the pointer detector filter is detecting the ball. So it's being used as it's being used like as if it was a mouse or something. So you would just select one of those icons on the right side, and then you would get an image. It's like a, I don't know, a video immersion or something, so to speak, right? And then you would upload that to YouTube. And yeah, and this is what you can do right out of the box with the generic enabler. This is in the server is barely 100 lines of code, what you would put in the server. So for any average coder, that's not much. That's peanuts. And for the web developer, it's not as much. I mean, it depends on what you want to do. You can start really easily to build applications and so on. And right now we're going to have to make a small live demo with, and you know what happens with live demos, that they never work. But hopefully, no llegas? We don't see that. Move it. Maybe if you move it. I don't think we will see that. ¿Tienes el móvil? Do you have the phone there, or? Okay, so right now what we have here is we have a server. One of the generic enabler servers is running on a laptop that is in that table, right? Also, we have two webcams. They're on top of the TV screen that is beside the table. So actually, if you connect to the other one, I think we would see you could see the people that's sitting in the. Yeah, that's right. So that's the other webcam. Say hi, mom. And this is a WebRTC demo. This is a WebRTC connection from, let's say, yeah. Now. Well, I don't know if we can. I don't know if you can pass this around if you want. This is. Yeah, the Wi-Fi here is not really good, so there's a lot of noise. So I think a lot of there's a bit of noise, so we're losing a bit. Okay, so this is even less than 50 lines of code on the server side, and this is very few lines of code on the client side. And you get the WebRTC running out of the box. And even as you can see, you have this. You can connect a mobile application or whatever you like. So can you put the presentation back in? Yeah. So that's all we wanted to say about this generic enabler. But the most important thing that we want to say about the generic enabler is that you should try it. It's the best thing that you can do, and see how you feel about it, and give us your feedback, because this is, in the end, this is what our interest is, that you use this generic enabler. So you can check. You can come to the live demo that we have here in the booth. You can check it in FiLab, where you can set up a live instance of one media server, in which you can run against which you can run all your your applications, your test applications that you can do. You can download, you can forecast on GitHub, or you can download the code as you like, and you have the documentation available. It's important that this is an open source initiative, so the code is for you to review there, and we are open to any suggestions, and we will provide any help that you may require. Thank you very much, and thank you for your time, and thank you for assisting to this presentation.